How are you? Praise the Lord. Today I want us to speak about this Holy Week. Yesterday we were talking about the Moody Thursday and how the Holy Week started on Sunday, the Palm Sunday. And Monday Jesus was hungry and cursed the tree for not bearing fruits. And now Tuesday, I want us to refocus on examining our hearts. Now Jesus cursed the tree. In Mark 11:20, Jesus slept again in Bethany. The disciples sees the fig tree which was cursed, it has withered. And Jesus was not concerned only with one tree. It was more than the physical tree. The curse represented God's judgment on the spiritual dead people of Israel. The real truth must bear fruit in our lives. You have to be a stout fruit. And 3 points about the fruits, the tree. Number 1, it represented God's judgment. God will judge his people. You'll stand before the presence of God and you will give an account to whatever you have done. And number 2, it is just to examine ourselves and remove every hypocrisy in us, so that by end of the day, God is able to establish us. When God spoke to Job, he revealed his supremacy and perfection while also commanding Job to respond to him. Because he knew Job is suffering, but he wanted Job to respond to him. Clearly, God penetrates Job's heart, not just his mind. And now we're going to look 5 things that if you want to examine yourself. Number 1, see God through your prayer. Number 2, hear God through his word. His word is eternal. And number 3, know God by obeying his word, trusting him to guide your life. Brethren, do not take things for granted. Let God lead you and guide you. And number 4, be aware of when you play a blame game with God. Seeing your life problems and circumstances as an indication that God is not interested with you. And number 5, think of the reason failed communication, where you felt hurt or mistood by someone. And now as we go to the representation of the tree. And number 3 was to remind us Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is coming soon. Prepare your heart. Invest in the God's kingdom. Stop looking for God boxes. You have invested in perfection of your own. The move you stand and lose is when the will word of God blows and tears it into shreds. Brethren, if we keep the lid off our boxes, this will make our lives and our faith stronger. People are hopping from church looking for the right one. They are searching for God, the perfect and complete place to God completely. It figure out they don't find place that leads on their boxes. Find that the context of God box does not quite match their own experience. So they regret the entire box. They reject the entire box and move on. This is an illustration of God box. Remove the lid. Kindly remove the lid of God box. God does not stay in the box. God is supreme. He does not stay in the box. until we will be willingly to acknowledge that that God is able to transcend our boxes, that God is bigger than our complexion. We have to let God out of the box. Let God out of the box. Jesus is coming soon. Examine your way.